Welcome to the Bear vs. Mancast. My name's Ryan. Hello.
My name is Nick.
We're doing a podcast this week. It's much like every week,
As with most weeks, yeah.
This is the week of June the 12th. It's a Sunday.
And this is episode 66, probably.
Never quite
No,
definitely.
Sure. Never quite
No, it
sure.
definitely is. Yeah, I know, but I
promise.
promise.
This is a video game podcast, and guys, I don't feel great.
But Nick, what's wrong?
I just had a long weekend. Something that
Did you drink a lot?
I would call a vacation. Yes, I did.
Oh, I drank a lot this weekend also.
So, I went to Vermont. And, I drank a lot of beer there. But also, yesterday, I had a juice that was made with activated charcoal. That's supposed to detox me. And, it made me feel a little bit better. But now I don't feel good, and I don't know why. I can't possibly still be hungover or anything.
I find that as I get older, the alcohol tends to sit with me longer. Like, the post-drinking effects, even when I don't even go that hard, they just tend to sit with me longer.
Yeah, but it's been, all day. I don't think it's just that. Something else is at play here. I think
Is your work-life balance out of whack?
Right now it's fine. I mean, I have to work tomorrow, and that sucks, but...
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, me too. I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
really.
no, I think I'm good on that front. Part of it is that I didn't sleep well because now, and this is going to sound crazy, but, hear me out for a second. My bed was too comfortable.
Shut up. What?
It was too squishy.
Uh-huh.
It was too soft.
You mean it didn't provide you with a firm sleeping surface?
Yes, I think that's the problem. Ryan, what are you a stomach sleeper, a side sleeper, or a back sleeper?
I very specifically start off sleeping on my side and then end up on my stomach. That is very.
You end up on your stomach?
Every morning when I wake up, I got a face full of pillow because I have fallen asleep on my stomach.
I fall asleep on my stomach. I supposedly wake up on my back, but I also don't know if I believe. I definitely wake up on my stomach sometimes, but I was shopping for a mattress, within the past 2 years, and they actually ask you these questions because you need different kind of mattresses depending on the method in which you sleep, the way you sleep.
Yeah.
And
I went to I went somewhere and a guy was tell me all the things about the way you sleep.
Tell me your secrets.
Okay.
Tell me about the kind of sex that you have. It's really important. You got to get the right mattress.
And then I tell him, hold on, I'm not comfortable with that.
I don't want to. That's taboo to talk about that kind of stuff. I don't want to. I don't feel comfortable doing that. And I don't have to. And it's okay, geez, well, then just tell me, do you sleep on your tummy? Yeah.
Do you touch your tummy while you sleep?
And I'm are you getting off on this? Because if so, I don't want to talk about it. And at first, I could see how someone would be inclined to say that that's a bunch of bull hucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Whatever. You're just trying to sell me, you sleep on your stomach? Well, you need the most expensive mattress then. Snake oil salesman type of... But no, that's real. It's super duper real, bro.
Yeah, I find I had to spend more on my sleep on my stomach mattress because of sleeping on my stomach.
Yeah, well, you need something firm, right?
Yeah, my mattress is quite firm. Most people are like, Ryan, how do you sleep on this? And I'm quite well, actually.
I can't sleep on anything but we got a super firm mattress with a little bit of padding on top.
Yeah.
And it's been wonderful. And we sleep in this, I lay down into this. So first of all, I can't even get comfortable. I'll sit in bed for a little while on my back.
Yep.
Kind of back propped up against a pillow against the back of the bed. And, iPad or Game Boy or iPhone, read Twitter or whatever until I get super sleepy, and then I'll roll over. This is not possible in this bed that I was in. It was just too comfortable. I think it just had a gigantic mattress pad on top of it. Because it also, the bed we were sleeping in was two twin beds pushed together. But I didn't know that until the second night because like the mattress pad on top was just so huge and all encompassing that it just portrayed the illusion. So like this is trying to demonstrate to you the power of this mattress pad. Massive behemoth of a thing. Mm-hmm. And I just like I laid down and I just like sank into it and I couldn't like prop myself up properly because like I was sinking. And then when I roll over and go to bed and I just find myself like waking up frequently to readjust myself because I'm like not comfortable.
Right.
And I'm like sinking in and not getting support. And that's like something that stomach sleepers need. Is the reason we need a firm mattress is so that it supports your back when you're sleeping.
Yes.
But when
Very important.
But when you're sleeping on your back, that's not as important because you need to like, if you just lay like spine against firm mattress and it can't like bend at all, then that'll cause you pain. But like, I don't know, it just, and I also, you don't sleep well after you've been drinking.
I always find this.
Like if you find that like there's still some alcohol in your system, you might want to fall asleep like real quick, like, but when you get there, it doesn't feel good. Like you
if
wake
I'm
up a lot.
Really drunk, and I mean like really drunk, I can often like go into my bed and then black out in the bed to the point where I just wake up. But that if I like have a little bit to drink and then I try to go to bed, I usually don't sleep very well.
I can fall asleep no problem, but then like I'll wake up in the middle of the night and the alcohol is now completely worn off and I didn't drink enough water and now I've got a headache.
Yep.
And now I'm faced with the task of trying to go back to bed with this headache that I probably might not have had this problem if I had like waited for it to wear off in the first place. But the other thing that's ruined my ability to sleep and just generally enjoy myself is that you made me start playing Subterfuge again.
I did,
and like, I would just be like, oh man, I'm like wicked sleepy from drinking all this beer and stuff. And then it's like 10 o'clock and then somebody's moving some subs around and I'm like, oh, I gotta fucking like deal with this. And shit is going so
happening
wild
in this,
right now
in this Subterfuge match.
Like basically, for 5 days, nothing happened, and I was like, I need to assassinate Archduke Franz Ferdinand right now. I need to strike something. I need to do something that will be a catalyst that will send everything in this game into a horrible, like nightmare scenario, fight for survival, World War III.
No, it's happening in a way that I was really not anticipating, where like 2 of my like electricity outposts have been attacked by all 3 of the remaining opponents.
Yeah, we did that.
And I'm just like, guys, I just wanted some electricity, and y'all
I need electricity. Is my problem?
Yeah, we all need it, Nick. We all need it.
I need it worse. Because I like maxed out. I had lots of factories and all my dudes maxed out, and then I used them to drill, and then I was like, oh, but I don't have enough electricity for more dudes. Yuki at one point contacted me and was just like, do you need generators? And I just ignored him. I should have just said yes.
You should have said yes. Yuki's been very helpful when you're like, when he's like, hey, do you want a thing? And I'm like, yeah.
I'm going to tell him yes now. No, like...
So... Can I tell you an interesting thing that happened between me and Joe yesterday in Subterfuge?
I'm afraid to know, but yeah, sure.
Oh, no, it's not a big deal at all. Joe sends me a message, and he's like, Ryan, I need Vintgar, which is a electrical outpost, a generator, that I still own.
That you own it. And why does he claim to need this specific outpost?
He didn't say, but I said, need is a strong word. To which Joe replied, but you are going to get a Minister of Energy and won't need that much energy anyways, plus Nick is the current threat. And then I said, what do I get? And he asked me, what do I want? And so I told him, I want 50 drillers sent to Wallace, which is a mine that I own. And then he just proceeds to send a submarine to Naija, which is... Oh, wait, no, sorry. Samet, which is a generator that literally all 3 of us are fighting over.
So so he rejected your offer by attacking you?
Basically. So
Sick,
now
dude.
I don't want to work with Joe anymore.
I need to
Because-
engage with that half of it, because now that there's 4 people, it makes way more sense to potentially like get in bed,
Team up a little
get
bit?
in bed with each other. But I just like didn't want to. I don't know.
I was like, I've been trying to attempt to take some shit that Mickey left behind from forgetting about this game, obviously.
Yeah, I was working on that too, and then I realized it was basically all factories, and I didn't need them.
I wanted one of the factories, and I can't get it, so I can't get any of them. So I'm just gonna hope. I have zero hope of winning, just like the last time we played Subterfuge, because everybody I know is way better at this game than I will ever be.
Honestly, my chances of it, I do not feel. I don't feel great about my chances. Like,
I don't know. You seem to be doing quite well.
Yeah, I mean, like at the current pace, I'll win in 5 days, but
Yeah,
like
I'm drilling.
That's a
I'm
long
mining
time.
at 18 a day, and you're mining at 22 a day. Yuki hasn't even made a mine yet,
God,
which I'm not sure what the fuck he's doing. I can't see half of his things. So
I can see a lot of it. I think.
I can only see like the right half.
Oh, actually, I can't see
of
that
his
much
stuff.
of his either.
I can
Yuki's
only see
got
the
a
right
lot of
half.
shit.
You can see the left half of his stuff, and I can see the right
Yuki's
half
got
of his stuff.
a lot of shit.
Yuki has,
But he's just like he sent a factory to mine that like I don't know if I care about that factory, but he sent 95 drillers at it, and then this other factory me and Joe were fighting over, he sent 62 to that one.
Yep. I think Yuki just has a lot of dudes.
I know, but I think he might need them to drill, and maybe he shouldn't.
Yeah, but he's not doing that though. I think he's just literally trying to fuck with us, which is very Yuki.
He's still sent. I guess like when that thing arrives, he's still gonna have. Well, he'll have 55 after my shields and stuff, but like he can later turn that into something useful. Like it's a lot of drillers that can eventually drill. Like that's all he needs, I guess. He only needs 50 for his first one. I don't know. Like sometimes this game, like it says it's gonna take me 6 days to win.
Yeah, I'm trying to make moves to where I can get ahead of you, but I don't know if I can.
That time, like, is going down as I go forward, which doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, you mean it like goes down? Like it goes, the time increases?
Yeah, so I'm slowly scrubbing through time, and I'm looking at my
Yeah, yours goes up every day.
Yeah, I'm looking at my mines, like they're not at risk of being attacked.
I would assume it has to do with your electrical output at that point. Then,
Oh yeah, I think so. As
like you
I
need
lose
more generators to make more mines, to make more generators to make more mines.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't know if I care.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Like, it actually has taken so long to play this game that I don't know if I care about it.
I desperately want, and I'm sure this game exists, but I desperately want a game that kind of plays like Subterfuge, but like is condensed time wise to about like 8 hours.
I feel like
Or
they
four-
require
or
you have
6
But
hours.
what if you like had to work during that period of time?
Well, then I kill myself. Like the idea of having like an intense strategy game that like you and 3 of your friends can boot up and like hop on and like play
In like
for like
a 3-hour game sesh.
yeah, like 3-4 hours of like intense strategic.
Here's my proposal
Decision-making.
to Video Games Incorporated.
Yep, Video Games Incorporated.
Subterfuge, long play, like very long play game. You got to check in like before bed and like on your break at work. However, fun game that's fun with friends, doesn't give you anxiety all the time. Where maybe you're working together.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Oh, you mean like you
Like a
and 3
fun-
of your
like a fun
friends
game.
attack a nation?
Yeah, like maybe
And it's,
I don't
like,
know,
not
play
competitive.
against the computer, or just anything that winds up not being stressful, or like a game that I can win without eventually stabbing someone in the back, and like,
Right. Yeah.
like I guess you can win Subterfuge by but like I drilled my mine second. Like all the nodes got taken over. I drilled my second mine first. So now what needs to either happen is either nobody does anything and I win, or someone has to attack me and make me lose.
I'm currently going for option C, which is to get a third mine. I don't know if that'll actually make a difference.
That might be, but if your electrical output it depends on your electrical output. I think you've got a little
Well,
bit more
it
than
would
me.
be fine, but y'all keep.
No, you
taking
actually have a little bit less
generators.
than me, but I also took 2 from you.
You guys
But don't
took
worry,
all
I'm not
my
gonna have
stuff.
those for very long. So,
It's very upsetting.
yeah, but then, so like if it just comes down to like, I feel like 80-90% of subterfuge games just wind up being like, you would have to attack somebody now. You do. You can't just. I mean, if you claim your resources like wicked good, you could have the right balance to eventually win, but shit's eventually gonna hit the fan, and I don't like that part of the game because it really does stress me out.
It's very stressful
to just be like, oh god, I make all these moves. Oh, I don't have to think about subterfuge for a little bit. Tight, and then like I get a notification that says
somebody's doing something.
And
See, like at a certain point, you just have to like not care.
I'm like, dude, I'm like seriously in the middle of something. Like I'm like trying to have like a nice time with somebody, and like it'd be ruined if I was just staring at my phone. But I have to deal with this.
It's like I said, I really like what Subterfuge brings to the table, but I wish there was a game you could play that was like a very a tight, condensed version of what I get out of Subterfuge, where like we could be like, okay, we're playing fucking this, and we all hop on for like 3 hours or however much time it takes, but we can do it in one sitting.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But I
hash out a game.
I do like, really think the idea of like having a long play game like that takes place in semi real time, like that's a super cool idea that is made possible only with real life, like the internet, like the age we live in now. It's like this is possible only now, and it's very cool. But like when it comes down to the gameplay, stress and anxiety and sad feelings and like moments of my life that are lost because I spent them on my phone playing Subterfuge because I felt like I needed to.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
Instead of like a game that I could like take like I don't have to address this right now. I don't feel like, because like we're working together here. I don't know. Yeah, speaking of cooperative games that are board game-ish, remember Forbidden Island?
Yeah, I like that game a lot.
Well, they have an iPad version.
Oh, do they?
That I downloaded.
Is it good?
They also have one. Is this a board game? Forbidden Desert. Is that a board game?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay,
it might be an expansion of, or made by the same people who did Desert. Desert Island.
It is. They have an iPad version of that too. I haven't played either of them yet, but I'm super excited to do so.
Oh yeah, it's the same principle. I'm looking at it.
It's a similar principle. Instead of the island, like instead of you trying to find the stuff and escape the island, you have to get the treasure before you all die of starvation and thirst.
Yeah,
so the timer is different.
I think Forbidden Desert is a slightly harder version of the similar concept that is Forbidden Island.
Because I was trying to find, like Jez and I spend a lot of time. We're on vacation and otherwise, like we'll go somewhere, find a place where we can drink beer and we play iPad games, and we usually just wind up playing like a lot of YAHTZEE. And this game, Wrestle Jump, that's like the best.
I feel like
that's the best.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot better things you could be playing.
Oh man, we really like YAHTZEE.
No, that's strange, but okay.
What's wrong with YAHTZEE?
I don't know. It's completely luck based, and
It's not completely luck based. It's about like
Remind me how to play Yahtzee.
Yahtzee is you put 5 dice in a cup, and then you throw them. Like you roll 5 dice. You can save as many as you. It's like poker with dice. You save as many of those cups as many of those dice as you want. Put the rest of them in a cup, and you can do that twice. You get like 3 rolls per turn, and you try and make like a poker hand. Like 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, full house, long straight, short straight, or Yahtzee, which is 5 of a kind.
Mm-hmm.
So like you get your first roll, and you have to go like, okay, what is my probability of like, what's my best chance to get something good here?
Yeah,
it's about as skill based as poker's more skill based because with betting and like looking at people's tells and shit like that.
Yeah. There's that.
That's the whole thing. Oh man, Joe, stop, man. He's
Is Joe doing bad stuff?
Subterfuging me. It's less skill based than poker, but wait, what?
Nick, what's happening? Tell the class what's happening.
I lost a sub from Bahat. It will reach Ghosts in 11 hours. Joe sent one driller in a sub to my most heavily shielded base.
He may have fucked up.
Maybe like there was an overlapping order in his like super long chain of orders. That like now he didn't have the people to do that. Well, all my specialists are abandoning that because I'm afraid of dying terribly. All right, thanks, Joe. Thanks, Subterfuge. What the? Why? Why do you do the things that you do? Where was I talking about? Oh, Yahtzee.
You were talking.
So like
about
Yahtzee's not like there's definitely a lot of luck to it. But it's like fun. There's no like bet, like like poker's betting and stuff. I don't know. Yahtzee fun. And Wrestle Jump is really good. I probably talked about that already. It's literally just like
Wrestle Jump. I don't think you have.
Wrestle Jump is like a game. It's local, a local iPad game. Each person, there's red wrestler and blue wrestler, and you each have a button you can press, and you guys are like your arms are locked together. And pressing your button makes your wrestler extend their legs. And you win by like pile driving your opponent. You want your opponent to hit their head on something.
That's some silly shit.
So like,
all right.
It starts, you're like a foot above the ground, or the stages are all a little bit different. There's like different configurations of like shapes and icy patches and platforms and stuff. But it drops you into the area, and if you don't press a button, you both just like kind of hit the ground and you're like kneeling there. And so you have to hit the button to make your dude like spring up in the interest of flipping your opponent over, making them hit their head on the ground or on the ceiling, depending on the stage that you're in. And it's just stupid and like kind of physics based, and it's just like fun and stupid. You like you'll be like hitting the button so you don't hit your head in the ground, so you you just stick your legs out stiff so that they hit the ground before your head. But sometimes you guys just spin out of control and it's like totally random. Like it's not like a super like hardcore competitive game. Like it's not MLG. Like you're not going to see it in some esports event. It's just like a silly dumb thing that's like super fun to do while you're drinking.
It sounds alright. Yeah.
So
sounds okay.
we play like a lot of those, but I want to like branch out a little bit, find something. And Jess did play Forbidden Island with us once.
That's right. She did.
And I'm super interested. Like I love co-op games. I like playing games with my friends that were all like invested in the success of it. And co-op board games are something that really fascinates me because they're sort of rare.
Totally.
And like that game we played where you couldn't speak.
Mysterium?
Yeah, that's a really interesting experience. But
I want to play that again where I'm not the guy.
I would love to be the guy. I get so upset.
Okay. I want you to be the guy. Nick, I have a board game for you that might... I think it might make you mad, but like only because it's really good and well designed, and so you get to a point where you're just like, oh fuck, they're smarter than me. So it's a cooperative Sherlock Holmes game where you are
Sherlock Holmes. What's it called?
Consulting Detective.
Oh, that's okay.
It's a fantastic Sherlock Holmes cooperative board game where you get a fake newspaper, a like story murder mystery sort of thing opener to start with, and a directory of London, and you go through with your clues and your piece of paper and your partner, and you're just like, all right, this guy said this thing here. Is this a red herring? I don't know. Let's go check this out. And it ends up just being a really fun time to like cooperatively solve a mystery with your friends.
And it's all
it's
like literally, there's like someone writes a scenario as like an official scenario
so
Consulting a Detective, and you can play it once and then you know the secret and you can never play it again.
Yeah, there's that. So like,
my question to you is, are you sure you want to waste this experience on me, of all people?
I would.
Okay. I still wanted you to squander the precious few cases of Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective on me.
So I was more getting into like, you should take this game after I finish it and play it with Jess.
Oh, okay. Oh,
that's what I was really getting into.
It works just fine with like just two people.
I do it with two people every time I play it. So yeah, I would say so.
I'm into this.
It's great. It's a really fun time, and like the newspapers that you look at are like referential to themselves. So like you'll be on a case where you'll be like, I remember something that happened in the newspaper 2 cases ago, and you're like, oh shit, yeah, and then you go look it up, and you're like, shit, it was here, and then you like figure out a thing that you didn't know. It's so good.
So the thing about it, like the thing that makes it a good board game, like the reason it works well as like a tabletop, like a physical thing, is like because there's things to touch. And like
totally. So
reference that you can, like
you're looking at the newspaper.
You can play a video game. You can play Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments, but like those things aren't.
There's a nice feeling about looking at the map and looking at the scenario book and looking at the text descriptions of like what happens when you talk to this person. That happens with every case, that you're just like, oh, we're gonna go see this guy in his house, and then you get there and they're like, no, this guy's not here, he's in his office, blah blah blah, and you're like, shit, we should have went to his office because it's during the day, and we knew that, fuck. So you like wasted a thing, but then you go to his office and you learn something really interesting, and you're like, okay, I'm glad we talked to this person because he told us X, Y, and Z. And it's all really great. And then you sit there and you rack your brain and you get to do the detective thing of like pacing around your house being like, what the fuck does this all mean? It's great.
Have you ever heard, I don't mean to change the subject, that sounds cool. Have you ever heard of a game called Scotland Yard?
I have not.
Really? It's like super old. It's an asynchronous board game where one person, you have to have at least 3 people. One person is like a master art thief who is escaping through the streets of London, and it's using like secret thief paths to avoid detection from law enforcement, and everyone else is law enforcement. They're members of Scotland Yard.
Oh, that sounds
cool. And they have to catch him, but his movements are all completely hidden to them.
Mm-hmm.
And
does he leave behind clues or whatever?
I don't remember exactly how it works. Because the only time I ever played it, I played it with my family like a long time ago, like 12 years ago, at least. But basically, you have to the police officers have to the bobbies, because it's all British. You have to you have to travel using the subway, the tube, right?
Yep.
And
I've heard of and New York Chase,
is that the same
which is the
thing,
same
but in New
game
York?
based in New York City.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing, yeah. So like if you occupy the same space as the thief, you catch him, which is incumbent upon like the dude to like the person who's the bad guy. They have to just be a little bit honest with themselves. Although they also have to write down all their movements, so like you'll know if they're cheating if you really want to look into that. But also if you're playing this game with people who you can't trust to admit when they've lost, like
you're probably
maybe
playing with
find
wrong
a
people, it
new
sounds like.
tabletop crew. Like
yeah, totally.
I played a really hostile game of Monopoly once. Like
most games of Monopoly end up hostile.
but no, like it start like the whole time. Like people were just like,
it
was
Monopoly
dirty.
upsets me for that.
It was
reason.
dirty. Like it was a dirty game of Monopoly. Not a positive experience. Did not play Monopoly with those people again.
Good. You should never play Monopoly ever again.
And so like I think eventually the thief has to like reveal himself every couple of turns. For like one way or another.
Wikipedia page says he's always on the map, but like you have to spend your turns doing specific movement tasks in order to like catch up with him, and he's always better at moving than you because he can go in the water or some shit.
Yeah, he can use secret underground paths and
Yeah.
stuff. Well, he's always there. Like he's always on a node that other players can occupy. Like there's never a secret node. Like there's always a chance that they will overlap. But he moves better and faster and more efficiently, and he just has to reveal himself every once in a while so you can try and figure out what they can try and guess his movement. I'm sure there's more skills than just trying. There's more skill to it than just trying to guess where he's going to go next. And I also think that he has to move. Like he can't just stay in one place the whole game. That might not be true.
I don't know, but that game sounds alright. I like
that game. Sounds cool. There's an iPad version of it too, but it's only for
That's
three
cool.
or less people, or three or more people. So it doesn't do me any good. But like
I do like asynchronous board games.
yeah, there's definitely like a lot of stuff to be had
think they're
there.
great.
You also are you familiar with that card game Exploding Kittens? Is that one that was
I'm not, but I see it pop up every now and again.
It seems like it's kind of like Uno. It's like a little bit Uno, a little bit like Slamwich. Like that's a heck of a weird reference.
yeah.
But there's like an iOS version, but it requires everyone to own it. It's only $2. But like everyone needs to have the game to play, and you can play in the same room, and just your phone is like your hand of cards, which is kind of cool.
That sounds alright.
But
yeah, that sounds alright.
it's also like, hey guys, you want to play a game? Yeah, sure. All right, we'll spend $2. And like what?
What?
Here,
I
I'll
don't
give you
wanna do
$2. I'll give you $2. Just let's play this game. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. As people can tell from the date, we mentioned that this is June 12th, 2016.
Yep.
E3 is not happening,
E3 is going to happen soon.
but like they're getting all the official not E3 stuff out of the way because like
Yep.
Bethesda's doing their live stream right now. I can only assume like Bethesda couldn't get a 6 spot in the time slot / like the theater that they wanted, so they did an event and then live streamed it that was not part of E3 so that they could get more people watching it,
Right.
because people won't be distracted by E3. And so they just announced some Fallout 4 stuff. Oh, I'm watching it on mute, so I actually don't have any idea what's going on. But Skyrim,
No idea.
Skyrim HD, PS4,
really?
PS4, Xbox One, with mods on console, like they're doing for what they've done for Fallout 4, at least on Xbox One so far. I think they're talking about Forsaken 2. No, what's that shitty game with the guy with the mask that's a sneaky man?
You got me, dude. I don't remember.
It'll say it on here soon. I'll let you guys know. Like,
All right.
At a certain point, people wanted Skyrim to be backwards compatible on Xbox 360 so badly that after a certain amount of time, you wonder how it possibly could not be, and the reason is they were going to re-release it and make you pay money for it again.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. That being said, while I was slightly intoxicated, I pre-ordered the Xbox One version of Resident Evil 4, which is A, because it's $20, and B, really liked that game, wanted to play it on my Xbox just the other day, and it wasn't backwards compatible, so I couldn't, and I was sad. And so,
so you were sad.
$20 minus Prime discount. Whatever.
Oh, is that physical?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they were doing physical of that.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever, I'll just do that. I'm fine with that. Because I really, really like that game. Like Skyrim, am I going to buy Skyrim again? For, like, if they want full price for it? Like, no. Definitely not. Because I can get the same thing. The Xbox One version might look a little prettier
But PC mods?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be mods, but not to the extent that the PC is going to have mods. And like,
no, I mean, you can just play a good-looking Skyrim on your PC right now.
Yeah, and my PC is probably a little bit more powerful than my Xbox One.
Yeah.
But it's also more consistent. So. Like, I blue screened my PC 2 or 3 times while loading too many mods at once.
That's good.
And that probably wouldn't happen with my Xbox One, but it also means it would probably say, like, you have too many mods installed. 70 is too many. And I would say,
please
fuck you. I'll
relax.
tell you when I've had enough. And that's why I'm just going to continue to play it on PC. Yeah, it crashes every once in a while, but I can do, like, whatever I want with it. So this is something interesting.
Yep.
That Fallout 4 mods... They announced, like, that came out in November, and they announced at E3 last year that they were going to have mods on console. On consoles. They're not on PS4 yet, but they came out on Xbox One, and they found that, like, basically the idea, like, the concept of this is so crazy to people. So what happened is that they found that in comparison to when they started allowing mods on the PC version, which was very shortly after release. But in comparison, when they started allowing mods on the Xbox One version, which just happened 2 weeks ago, 50 times more people turned on their Xbox, popped in Fallout 4, and started downloading mods. Because there's a huge group of people who had never had access to this sort of stuff before. And Bethesda games and mods are just one and the same.
Yep.
Like, if you can't mod a Bethesda game, like, what's the point?
Why bother? Yeah, why bother?
At this point. So, like, this is fascinating to me because I liked Skyrim a lot when it came out. But now that I started playing it and modding it again, I'm up to 250 hours on it.
Mm-hmm.
And most of it is just, like, stuff that I think makes the game more fun or, like, improves the game in some way that I think should have been in the base game. So, like, I'm going to take a look. We're going to look here at... We're going to browse Skyrim mods on PC by...
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Let's say, you want top rated of all time or most subscribed?
Yes. Let's do most subscribed. That's probably better.
Most subscribed actually means, like, people who are subscribed to it.
Like, they use it all the time.
They have to have it. Like, if you're subscribed to a mod, it loads into your game when you play it automatically through the Steam Workshop. This is just Steam Workshop. There's actually a whole other, like, separate community of mods that people don't put on Steam Workshop for whatever personal reason, whether it be religious or sexual or otherwise. So this is Steam Workshop. Most subscribed, which means that anyone who is subscribed has to use this mod. As soon as you unsubscribe, you can't use the mod anymore. So,
weird.
You have to just resubscribe. It doesn't sync it anymore. But what I'm saying is, like, for someone to, like, if PewDiePie has a subscriber, it might not mean anything. They might not actually watch his videos. They're just subscribed, and they ignore the videos when they come up in his feed. This is like, if these people are subscribed and playing Skyrim, they are using the mod. If they didn't like the mod and were still playing Skyrim, they would unsubscribe it, and it would lose a subscriber. So most subscribers is a good metric. Number one is something called Pure Waters that makes the water in Skyrim look better.
Okay,
that's the most important thing to people playing Skyrim on PC.
I like good looking water.
Next one is Sky UI, which is a UI complete redo, which I started using recently and has changed my life in ways that I didn't think were possible. Okay. Enhanced blood textures, Sounds of Skyrim, the wilds. Okay. Sounds of Skyrim, the dungeons. That includes 115 sound effects to add life to the dungeons. There's another one that adds quest markers to a particularly long quest that was kind of just like collect all these random gems from across the entire world. And there was like 24 of them. And historically, it was very easy to miss one or two of them. Towns and villages enhanced for a couple different towns are right here. Makes them more beautiful. Adds over 1,500 new items to Riverwood, including trees, shrubs, alchemist plants, general flora, light sources, etc.
Yep.
Better embers. Static mesh improvement mod. Lauder weapons collection. HD plants and herbs. It's like people are just making the game look better for themselves.
Yep. And that's rad.
And like, I don't know, maybe a lot of this stuff isn't necessary in the HD version. You know, like maybe the water just looks better. They actually showed the comparison of like, this is what it looks like on 360. This is what it looks like on Xbox One. Maybe a lot of this stuff is solved for people and they don't need to abuse the virtual memory of their systems and cause their consoles to crash. Here's one of my favorite mods. It's near the bottom of this first page. Bandoliers, bags, and pouches, which is like a way in-game way you can use leather to create pouches that like appear in your character model like armor, but it increases your carrying weight. Instead of removing it, it creates like a in-fiction way to like you have to spend your time getting leather. And instead of making armor with it, you make carrying capacity increasing items. I thought it was a very nice compromise. Instead of just saying, like, typing into the console, disable carrying weight or whatever. Like, this one is spend Dragon Souls for perks. So it's like, well, I played this game a really long time, but got a lot of Dragon Souls, and I've learned all the words. I can now use them to buy perks. And you can kind of decide if you want that to break your game or not. You can set how you have control, you have agency over how destroyed that will make your game. Like it just gives you more power. This one removes blur from kill moves. This one makes horses faster. This one adds left-handed rings, which is super tight. Yeah. There's one that another one of my favorite. It adds all of the nodes to your map. So that even if you can't fast travel them until you've seen them, but at least you know where they are. Like you know that there's helpful. A cave there. You don't know what it's called. Actually, they tell you what it's called, but you don't know.
You can't like go there.
You can't fast travel there, but you can see it is there, and you can run to it. I talked about random alternate start, which I really like, where it just puts your dude in like a random place, and you got to figure it out.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, because you play Skyrim with more than 2 characters, you get so bored of that intro.
Oh, it sucks. It's bad.
Yeah, it just takes too long. It's boring. If you know what's going to happen, like screw that. This one's called Caliente's Beautiful Bodies Edition, multilingual, and is made by someone in Russia. And like I guess it makes like booties pop.
Probably titties too.
Yeah, definitely. There's some of that.
Titties.
Like, it literally is just like it changes the female body model so they have like they're more buxom, which
that's a word. Yeah,
thanks Russia. Like I don't know, realistic piercing arrows, auto unequip arrows. Like they range from everything from like quality of life improvements to just totally cosmetic things in terms of the way the game looks, but also like this one makes it so that when you don't have a bow equipped, you don't have the arrow quiver on your back.
Oh, I like that.
Like, yeah, like just little things. And there's people who add like quests, including like they add like fully voiced like new characters into the game that give you quests. And this one adds a hermit's treehouse to the game in a random in like a location somewhere that you can go and explore. Like it's just like there's
rad.
all sorts of shit that can be done with this game. From like I just want to break this game and I want to kill everybody in one hit to like I just want this game to make a little bit more sense. There's this mod item recycling where you can smelt weapons back into ingots that you can use to make weapons again.
Oh, I like that.
It's really cool. It's really cool because otherwise you want to level up blacksmithing. Your only option is to go find a mine and just grind, like farm.
And mine forever.
Otherwise, like this is like, oh, I explored this dungeon and I just like I grabbed all the iron shields I could find, and now I'm going to take them back and smelt them down, and you can like be pretty.
That's a way better use for all that fucking garbage you pick up in that game.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, you just leave it there. So it's like it's a way to earn ingots, like get ingots and earn blacksmithing points without having to actually go and physically mine. It just gives you more. It gives you more options, which is that's the coolest thing about it, is like it allows you to play the game in a little different way instead of just here's the best way to get everything. Like if you have this kind of character, you should do this quest first, get this reward, and you're gonna you want blacksmithing, you're gonna have to like spend like 2 hours mining. They just make your life mods just make your life a little bit better in a lot of different ways. I think it's super interesting, and I'm glad that there's definitely people want that on consoles, like that. They've proven that with Fallout 4. I booted up Fallout 4 the other day to see what was going on there on Xbox One.
Then you threw it away.
No, I went to play the game and it said syncing data, like syncing cloud data or whatever, and that took like 3 hours. Like I left for work, left my Xbox One on, and hopefully it finished. Like, it took so long, and I don't know why, if it's just because I haven't played it recently or what, but it got... I don't know. I generally am not sure why that happened. But hopefully it's good now, and I can go and see what mods are actually available and how much I can, like, break the game. Because I don't know where those mods come from, but they have to be, like, certified in some way, I guess.
Yeah, who knows how that works.
And okay, so
probably magic.
Oh, sweet. Okay, I was worried I wasn't going to talk about anything on the actual Google Doc, but I did it.
I didn't.
That's okay. We got a little bit of time. Talk about something that's on the good doc, Ryan.
I want to bring up a thing that made me happier earlier and that made you happier later, and I want to make everybody happy talking about it. I want to talk about Dokonoko.
Okay, this is barely video games, but let's do it.
Nobody cares anymore.
I know. I just thought we did the not video games thing, and then the video. Okay, no, I don't care. I don't care either.
This is New Bear versus Band. We just do whatever we want, and whatever makes us happy.
We actually did. That was the problem with the. No, continue. We always have done that. But okay.
Yeah, but now we're doing it with gusto.
Mm-hmm. We're embracing it.
All right, so Dokonoko is a social network that was created by Earthbound creator Shigesato Itoi.
What a cool guy.
He's dope.
He's like the only video game he's ever made, I'm pretty sure.
I think that's correct.
Like, he's not like a video game dude. He just did that one time.
He made Mother, yeah.
Yeah.
And then whatever else he did in his life, but everybody's like, oh, here we go. In this Polygon article, he's worked as a copywriter, lyricist, and even an actor. So he made an app called Dokonoko, which is available in Japan and the US iOS store. I think it's on Android as well. No, Android version coming soon. It's a social network for pet photography.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan, I don't have a pet.
You get... No, that's
Am I
fine.
allowed to be
you know
on
what?
Dokonoko?
There is also a space for non-pet owners to post images of the dogs and cats they wish they owned, which is the most delightful thing.
But it's also,
ever.
I'm realizing that's actually a little creepy. Not creepy.
No, but like you post pictures of dogs and everybody's like, "Oh, look at this dog."
Okay, so like last week or whatever, when I was at that pug run event thing and I took pictures of people's pugs,
all those pugs I wanted to squish,
and I put them on Twitter. Like if I put them on Dokonoko, would that be me like coveting those dogs? Like if they belong to other people and you say like, I wish I owned this dog, is it also saying like, I want to take this dog from this person?
No, if you post a picture of another person's dog, it's just like, man, I think you got a really cute dog, and I want to tell the world about your dog.
Wouldn't it be cool if I owned that dog? Because we talked to that like guy. So like I think the last picture I posted was of this like pug with a really tiny head and like a big fat body.
Yeah,
and she's perfect, and I want to squish her. But I talked to that guy's. I talked to that lady's owner. And he's a very cool guy, and he told us about how he adopted her and the scenarios around it, and was very informative and helpful. And my heart was warmed by everything he had to say and how much he cared about his dog. But like, if I put that picture of like this is a really awesome pug. Put that on Dokonoko. Am I like, I don't want you to own her anymore. I'm going to take her from you.
No, you just told me a wonderful story about that guy's dog.
But I wish I owned her. And according to Dokonoko.
Yeah, you do. And it's a little bit covetous, but you know, that's fine. You can it's the same thing for people who like retweet pictures of like hot girls that they're never going to be with. It's the same thing. You're like, look how hot this girl is. Everybody look.
And they want, and then okay, I see what you mean.
Right? And then, but it's just a picture of a dog, and everybody's like, look at how cute this dog is. Oh, look at the dog. It's the reason why that fucking, like, Boo, is it Boo?
That dog?
Who's the cutest dog ever?
Well, it looks like a big teddy bear. Or a little teddy bear?
Yeah. Boo. No, Boo the dog.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. He's got like a teddy bear head.
Yeah, he's fucking adorable.
He's pretty cute.
That dog,
he's very cute.
That dog, the cutest dog in the world. Here we go. Facebook page. 17 million people.
Is he really
like this page?
He says he's the cutest dog in the world.
That's what it says when you Google him. And then 9,729 people shared this one post that I'm looking at of Boo, and I'm assuming Boo's friend.
And his brother Dickhead.
And his brother Dickhead.
Boo's fine.
Boo is
okay.
fine.
He's cute.
But my point is that you can post pictures of other people's dogs, and it's fine.
Well, that's... Yeah, okay, I see your point.
So Dokonoko is a great social networking platform.
In all honesty, like I was goofing a little bit before. In all honesty, I think that line about there's a spot for non-pet owners to post pictures of the dogs they wish they owned. That's
so
actually
cool.
very
nice.
It's very heartwarming and makes me happy.
And all it is just about having animals and loving your animals and it's wonderful.
Yeah, with no reservation, no like.
I just wanted to
like no trying to make it super inclusive, like not trying to like make people part of a group so that they feel
it's
special.
Like, no,
it's just like no,
dog.
everybody get in
like,
here and let's do some animal stuff. Let's look at some animals. I don't care who you are.
I
don't care what you do. I don't even care if you own that dog. Let's just look at some animals. That's not even important.
Look at this dog.
Getting all caught up on the semantics right now. Let's just look at dogs.
It's great.
Yeah, that's great.
I love it.
That's really nice.
I love it. Makes me very happy.
Yeah, it's really nice of Shigesato Itoi to do that for us.
Yeah.
Can we download? Can we participate in the social network, or is it like for Japanese
it's available.
People?
No, it's available in the U.S. There are some features that are still Japan only. There's some like you can tag locations to be like, this is a place my dog goes all the time, and I guess the idea behind it is to Be like, if your dog gets lost, this is the places that he goes all the time. He might be around here. So please find my dog. But I guess that's only in Japan, currently.
That's right. It's probably a lot easier to implement. Not as many places. Not as much area to cover. So. Can I like bring it back to one video game thing real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Fucking
that's fine.
Dude. Final Fantasy 12 is getting a version of that game that I can play without having to plug in my PS2 through component cables.
This is very exciting. For you.
Yeah, I think I really like Final Fantasy 12. I played it for like a good bit on PS2. And every once in a while, I think about playing it again. But I can't bring myself...
we've talked about how much you like Final Fantasy 12 surface level on this podcast. We've done it a couple times.
I think I really like it, but it's not like I like
I want to play it. I've never really played it for more than about an hour. And then I'm like, nah, fuck this. And then I stop playing it.
Definitely different. Like, it breaks the mold, the Final Fantasy mold in a lot of ways. But I also like the Ivalice the world takes place in is one of the most interesting Final Fantasy worlds. I have a great appreciation for it because of how much I played like Tactics Advance and stuff like that. But we're getting the Zodiac Age version on PS4.
I don't know what that means, Nick. What does that mean?
So that's just what they're calling it. It's Final Fantasy 12 The Zodiac Age. So part of it is like there were two versions of the game. There was like an international version that had this job system in it called the Zodiac job system. I probably should have looked this up.
Who cares?
I don't think we got that system. Like the version of the game that we got didn't include it. But like Japan had two different versions. Wait, I might be completely...
You might be fucking something up.
I might be completely lying. License board. Yeah, do you remember the license board mechanic?
I do not.
It was like you needed to use like better longswords. You need to get like a longsword license, and you used your like skill points to unlock licenses on the board. And when you unlocked one, you could then unlock later one of the adjacent ones. It was their like sphere grid, basically. Their version.
I don't remember this at all, but yeah, I'll trust
it was
you
different,
on that.
but it worked. Like it was different. Like people who just want to like level up your dudes or like use like a job chain system are gonna be repulsed by it. But
no,
it was that and the Gambit system were new things that they tried out that I thought worked well. Gambit system was like if your HP drops, like you tell like a computer controlled character if your HP drops below 50, use a potion every time. And that was a cool system that they had. Because it was kind of like an active time battle, but you also could kind of move your dudes.
Right.
Multiple boards relating to specific jobs. Huh. In the original version, there are 18 quickening licensing, meaning all players can learn all three of their quickenings. Each board only has 4, but let me characters. Oh man, I don't understand this at all.
Well, we're just going to have to wait and play this game, I guess.
I'm just trying to figure out if the version that I played included... Wait, what? I'm just trying to figure out if the version that I played included this system.
I do not know.
Re-released in Japan as an international version titled Final Fantasy 12 International Zodiac Job System, which modified the game's character development systems by introducing jobs. It has not been released outside of Asia. Okay, thank you, Final Fantasy Wiki. So this version of the game we're going to get is...
Sounds better Question mark.
Oh, they released it. They re-released
like
it in
job
Japan
systems.
as like an improvement. So I would assume that it's better. I'm looking forward to having a slightly different experience with it instead of me paying $50 minus 20% from Amazon to just play the same game again, but hopefully get farther into it. But it sounds like it's still mostly the same game. But they're adding stuff that they consider to be improvements that only people inside of Asia had previously been able to interact with. So, cool. I don't feel so bad about that just being like a re-release, although I was totally fine with just buying a PS2 Classic version of it.
But now you get something better?
Yeah, but I would have settled
Maybe?
for something the same and paid less money for it.
I understand.
Honestly, I was okay either way. I'm just glad that they announced it. Was that coming until next year? I don't know if they... I don't even know if they have put a date on it, but it's not coming until next year, which is a bummer.
Yeah, that's fine. There's going to be... I Am Setsuna comes out really soon.
Speaking of things that are coming out in 2017, Persona 5.
Persona 5.
Which...
Wham.
That comes out like next month in Japan.
God, that makes me
exaggerating.
Really upset.
It's like within the next 3 months.
Yeah, but it's like soon enough.
And then we get it sometime next year, Q1 next year or something.
Yeah.
Or I think, or Valentine's Day. They did put a date on it. It'll be worth the wait. It'll be fine. And plus, I think we all knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, but I didn't want it to be true.
It's easy to just deny the truth, the obvious truth, but sometimes you just...
I usually do.
Yeah, because that's easier. But
yes.
But sometimes you gotta face the facts that game's just gonna get pushed back because it's so marvelous.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. All right, that's this podcast, Nick.
Yeah,
I've decided.
It definitely is. By the way, Bethesda announced Prey. You remember there was this game called Prey that they're going to make a sequel to, and it was in development hell for like ever.
I don't.
And now they're releasing something in the same universe that I'm not actually saying that you remember it. I wouldn't expect you to remember it.
Okay, well that's fine.
But it was like a first-person shooter where you shot aliens and stuff. And they were going to make a sequel, and it was in development hell, and no one knew it was coming out, and it changed hands, and then it never came out. And now they're releasing it's just called Prey. So it's not actually Prey 2, but I don't know.
Oh, that's fucking weird.
It's like a reimagining of the series, I guess. At first, I thought it looked like a first person like shooter version of that game with all the bloody dice. What's that game called?
Oh, Tharsis?
Yeah, like I don't know, the guy's spacesuit looked like Tharsis. And so I was like,
yeah.
Wait, what is this? Probably not that, but I had like a moment there. Bear vs. Man on Twitter.
Podcast. On Twitter.
Twitch.tv.
Bear vs. Man.
Yeah, twitch.tv /
YouTube.com/Bear vs. Man Gaming. That's how you find us on YouTube. Nick, I remembered. I figured it out.
Twitter, youtube.com/Bear vs. Man Gaming.
Yep, that's how you get us on Twitter or YouTube.
On Twitter @Bear vs. Man. Twitch.tv / Bear vs. Man. Please subscribe.
You should. If you go on YouTube, this week there is a video going up every single day until Saturday.
Every single Saturday, you say?
No, every single day.
What? Impossible.
Until Saturday. Nope, I did it. I did it. There's tomorrow is the video version of last week's podcast. Ready?
What?
Tuesday
that I guess that does count as a video.
It is a video. Tuesday is Fire Emblem Fates Conquest number 7. Wednesday is the Bear vs. Man Show Part 2.
Oh wow, you broke that up.
Oh well, I had no choice.
Well,
I wasn't going to put it back together.
Post them separately. I mean, you didn't just
did
post them at the
separately.
same time.
No, I scheduled
Little
it out.
teaser.
'Cause that's how you do it, man.
You're a full-blown media professional.
I am. Thursday is the premiere of Just 5 More Minutes video on demand on YouTube. First one is Super Mario World, which I
What
played.
is Just 5 More Minutes?
Just 5 More Minutes is a new semi-regular feature that Ryan does where Ryan plays a video game before he goes to bed for however long he feels like.
Sometimes just for
Last
5
night-
minutes.
Well, it could be. Last night I played Super Mario World for a half hour, and I didn't do very well, but I played it anyway. And you can watch it on Thursday on demand. And then Friday is Fire Emblem Fates Conquest number 8.
I'm looking forward to it.
And then Saturday is just 5 more minutes of Overwatch. That I
Man,
played
Ryan, you
not
really-
moments ago.
You really got this thing down. Thanks, TweetDeck.
I'm TweetDeck, dude. Hell yeah, TweetDeck is tight. Love TweetDeck.
All right, so in summary, Twitter,
In summary.
YouTube, bearversusman.com.
Bear vs. Man, Twitch.tv. We also have a Hitbox account now. The hitbox.tv/Bear vs. Man.
So hey guys, we're on iTunes and some other services where you get
iTunes.
You get podcasts. Leave a review if you feel so inclined, or just tell someone you know about it, or tell a stranger.
You tell your friend. Tell a stranger, or if you tell a friend, tell them to pay attention to us. We talk about video games on this podcast. We play video games on the internet for you. So if you like us, tell your friends. That's going to do it. Bear vs. Mancast. Out.